Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here, and it's finally here, the Swordmaster's Path, the guaranteed Leonardo event, and in this video I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to pick up Leonardo and his soul from this event. First, thank you Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video and for giving me this wonderful promo link down below in the description there in the QR code. A new account with Deacon Armstrong the tutorial, Uugo 15, Tagoar 20, Mausoleum Mage 30, the best possible start to raid. But if you're just starting raid, then this is going to be super expensive, so most likely you have already been playing raid and hopefully saving for this event. So this is the full tree, the full Heroes Path tree, and the full tree is very expensive this time, 333,500 points. But obviously you don't have to pick up the full tree, you're interested in the Leonardo on the left and the Leonardo soul on the right. And to reach them you have to open a lock on the way and the keys are in the middle. So you first have to go down the middle, pick up a key, then go down to Leonardo or the soul, and if you want the other side then you need to go a little bit further in the middle, pick up the second key and then do the second side. And the only row with shared items is the first row with the brews, so you only have to pick up one of the brews and you can go down all three paths, but all three paths otherwise have independent items. So how much does it cost? To reach the first key you need to spend 4,750 points, and to reach the second key it takes 9,750 points. So in order to get Leo alone, that's 107,750 points to get Leo and 4,750 points to get the key, so 112,500 points overall. For Leo's soul, the path on the right is 77,750 points and the key is 4,750, so 82,500 points to get Leo's soul. If you want both, you need both keys, then go down both the left and the right side, and that will cost you 195,250 points. So Leo is 25 sacreds, Leo's soul is a little bit over 18 sacreds, and they both are a little bit over 43 sacreds. Although you can also use other shards than sacred shards, and you can also use energy and you can use real money, so there are various options. So the point table for this time, it's the usual Heroes Path points from shards, 3 from mystery, 300 from ancient, 750 from void, 1800 from a primal and 4500 points from a sacred shard. No primal added points like there were in the Raphael path this time. You could theoretically pick up Leo from a Void Shard. Leo is a Void champion, so if you're pulling any Void Shards are not particularly good in a Hero's Path, but I mean, depending on how many various shard types you have saved, then they might be something that you're pulling. So if you're pulling Void Shards, you probably want to pull the Void Shards first, because if you pick up Leo from there, then that might affect what you want from the path. There is also a progressive event going on, so you can choose a champion from Void Shards and then from other types of shards that you will have a slightly increased chance to get. That's a very low chance. But those champions, there's almost all of the TMNT characters available from there. So if you want to pick up April or another copy or the first copy of some of the turtles, or if you want to pick up Shredder, then you can always give it a go. I mean, it's not very likely that you're actually going to get the one that you choose, but if you're pulling shards anyway, then why not choose one? Personally, I'm going to choose Donatello. I already have one Donatello, but I wouldn't mind having 2 copies of Donatello. That would be nice. And I'm going to try Riho from the Void Shards. There is Shredder in the Void Shards available as well, but I think I might be interested in Riho. I don't think I need the Shredder. You can also farm points from dungeons. It's the Gear Hunters component of this, or Dungeon Divers component of this path. So it's the usual point distribution. Nothing has changed. The points are not more difficult to get than usually. And that means that even Dungeon Stage 3 is by far the best place to farm for this, with more than 2.5 points per energy. So in this table I'm showing the even Dungeon stages before 16, after 16 it's the same as everything else. And also Dragon, Ice Golem, Fire Knight stages 3 and 7 as options if you really need those once the event dungeon goes away. Spider low stages give really few points, so that's not really an option. And then Gear Dungeon stage 16 and stage 20, which are the usual places where you would farm for a Hero's Path. So indeed, do note that Event Dungeon is going away. Event Dungeon is only here for a few hours after the Hero's Path starts, so I will be able to get this video out before it's gone, but after a few hours of this video being live, then Event Dungeon is already gone and you will not be able to farm points from there anymore. And in addition to shards, in addition to energy, you can also buy points directly from the shop. There are Swordmaster's Path bundles available. This time there are a little bit more coins available from these direct bundles than usual, 55,700. And there's 9,750 coins for 17.99, 18,100 for 29.99. These were the bundles that were offered to me. These bundles can change a little bit depending on your spending patterns, but these path bundles always have the same amount of total coins available, and they pretty much have the same relative value. So even if your bundle sizes are a little bit different, it won't make a difference. This is how it goes. Obviously, you don't get any champions from these, but if you compare this to Sacred Shards, then the bigger one, for example, offered for me is worth 4 Sacred Shards, though that's 7.5 euros per Sacred Shard worth of points. So that's a relatively inexpensive way to get some points also if you need a little bit more after your shards and your energy. And if you're interested in what does all of this cost for you specifically, I made a calculator on a Google Sheet. So open the Google Sheet, select file and make copy so that you will make a copy into your own drive, and then you can change the values and then just enter how many shards you're going to pull and what is your energy gap and what is your goal, whether it's the Leo alone, Leo Soul, or both of them. And then the calculator will tell you how much energy, how many runs and how many gems are you going to need in order to pick up all the necessary points in order to achieve your goal. So this is a fairly expensive hero's path. Is it all worth it? And the answer is a resounding yes, 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 yes. Leo is a great champion. Leo gets even better if you have any of the other turtles. If you didn't start the game about yesterday, then you have at least Mikey. So yes, you really, really want that Leo. If you struggle to afford the soul, then that is not a problem. You can get the soul later from the Altar of Souls, even after the collaboration ends. Soul is always available for a champion you own, so don't worry about the soul. Soul is nice, but it's not mandatory. Leo, the champion itself, however, is not available after November 13th by any means, so it's gone forever unless you pick it up. So, and this is the best opportunity to pick it up, because otherwise you would have just try to hope that you pick it up from Void Shards. So yes, this is the most important event that has been in Raid in the past around 4 months at least. So yeah, happy hunting. This is the time. This is the time to go all in and grab that Leo. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.